Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of my peoples around the world, everybody out there, welcome to another episode of the Conscious Companions with my brother from another mother, the MVP of BDE himself, Christopher Devine over there in Los Angeles, California. California love up in the house. And of course, me, hip hop hypnotherapist, the neuro-linguistic programming extraordinaire. That's right. Your boy, all the way from Kauai, Hawaii, Charles Woolfork is in the house. And we are here for another episode to help each other with our mindsets, to help each other just breathe life into each other, to speak life into each other, and to speak life into you as well. And Kris, what's up, man? How's things going, bro?
Charles, glad to see you. It's been good, man. It's been good. I'm pretty pumped up for the end of the year coming up. Hopefully, a lot of good things coming down the pipe, and just getting better every day. Just trying to uplift everybody and be a light in the world.
100%. Last week we had an outstanding episode helping you out with just some things that were on your mind. Hey, so by the way, 2 episodes ago, you learned how to do that anxiety model with you going into the future. How's that anxiety been lately?
Oh, it's been good, man. I've been using that a lot. It's been a great tool to have to be able to remedy those anxieties really quickly. Just being able to be calm and imagine yourself already past that situation. When you put yourself physically in that situation, it removes all those feelings. And so when you're able to come back to today, it's a totally different feeling, a totally different mindset in regards to the anxieties, and it's been very, very helpful.
That's awesome. And then last week we got rid of the fear of the unknown. How things been with you and the fear of the unknown now that you think about it now?
I've been juiced.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
I mean, that's as best as I can put it. I'm just ready to go, ready to make moves, ready to get going. Man, packed my stuff up today.
No, that's right.
I mean, not that I'm actually going anywhere, but just to be in that mindset, to be in that energy, just to keep that energy flowing, It's been good. I've been very motivated.
Nice. That's what the hell I'm talking about, bro. That's what you deserve, cuz. That's what you deserve, man. Let's go. So we've been chatting before a little bit, and today, what are we going to be working on today, bro?
Today, we're going to be working on SMART goals, just setting some goals. I want to start getting into journaling a little bit more, especially to help out with my spirituality side, also to help out with setting goals and things like that. So I think working on SMART goals will be good.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, you still got that journal around that you had?
I do.
Yeah, hey.
I have an old one from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that old one. Yeah. Last week we were talking about purpose, and years ago you wrote something that was pretty profound as far as you and your life and your purpose, and it's a big key to what you're going to be doing in the future.
Yes. So funny thing, I probably wrote this back in 2017. Mm-hmm. After coming home from jogging and just having like all these crazy visions and thoughts coming through my head, I didn't know what the hell was going on at that time. But I'm like, oh, I need to go write this down. So what I wrote down was, a life of serving is a life fulfilled. Live by honoring those that have impacted your life. And I created an honor system. Honor, because my grandmother passed. Honor Granny by keeping faith and giving back to others. And my uncle passed. Honor my uncle by taking care of my body and putting my family first. And then honor my dad by taking pride in oneself, one's work, and one's family. And that was one of the things that I had wrote down a couple of years ago. And to open it up today and see that, it was just like it's like the answers have been there already.
Yeah.
You just gotta figure it out.
100%. And like, it's always within you, which is another reason why journaling is so effective. It's like whenever I write anything down with a special intention, whether it be about my business or whether it be my health, my relationship with God, my relationship with my mother, my relationship with my family or my girl, like it always comes out with something majorly profound, either about the things that I'm currently doing something that I love doing or something that, you know, I can do and that I am willing to do. And all I have to do is just put a little bit of intention behind it and off it goes. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And to go back and look at that, see where your mindset was at that time.
Yeah. What's most exciting for you for journaling like now in 2022?
I forget a lot of things. I always have like a ton of thoughts, a ton of things going through my mind. But like just like that, I can just forget it. If I'm able to at least jot some things down at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, probably at the end of the day is better.
Better way.
Way better. I think it will help me not only get a deeper connection with myself, just kind of like decode all the things that are going on in my mind.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And it's cool to kind of go back and look at it to see what was going on in your mind, to see how your life has been since then.
Just to see the growth and see how, like, you know, you're going along this path and how there's like detours and overcoming challenges and all this, that, and the other, but still you're on this path that you always know. I mean, and that's the power of like writing things down in manifestation as well. Like you write things down and that is just a special power within that it goes forward, and 5 years down the road, all of a sudden you're looking around, you're like, wow, I actually have what I always wanted. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
That's freaking cool, bro. That's freaking, I'm excited as hell for you. All right. So with the SMART goals, a great way to write a goal down is as of this time. So for example, as of Wednesday, August 31st, I am writing in my journal every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. or like 20 to 30 minutes before bed. Okay. That's how you can write the short-term goals. And that's one of the NLP techniques that I was taught. Yeah. So
writing it down, making it specific, giving it a time and a day.
Measurable, right? Everything. It has everything. Achievable, 30 minutes before bed, realistic, everything. And within the SMART goal. So for all you guys out there, Kris and I, we follow this lady on YouTube. Shout out to this lady named Caroline Javon. Now, Caroline is outstanding. She is this lady who she's probably this lady that's probably about a good 5'3", and she's from Ireland. And I tell you what, she is cold because she is this petite little thing that lifts weights. She lifts weights like no other. Like she is lifting 40 pounds and just, or like 40 pounds. And she's just like repping it out like no other. And she is just so built, so strong. And she has these regiments on the internet right now that you can watch them on YouTube. Caroline Javon, when you do them with her, you get stronger as well. Like they really kick your butt. So, bruh, about 2 weeks ago, I said, you know, as of Monday, August 22nd, first thing in the morning, I am getting up every day that Caroline has in her calendar, and I am doing a Caroline workout. So just today, I did I did arms, which is biceps and triceps and core. Dog, I hate the core. I hate the core, dog.
Which series are you on?
I'm on the Iron series.
Oh, I'm doing the Iron series.
You doing that?
Got my last workout tomorrow.
That's what's up. So I'm starting it, right? I'm starting it. Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? In fact,
the Iron series will kick your butt. See, that one is just all heavy.
Just getting it, right?
And so I normally do like a minimum of 10 pounds over her.
Yeah. Wow.
Yo. She when she does the 44s,
bruh,
I have to jump up to 75 because I don't have 55 or 65 in doubles.
When does she do that? Like in the chest workout?
Yeah, she does that in the chest.
The chest press out. And
today I had a full body workout and I had to do like squats with it.
Yeah, with the 75s?
Yeah.
Bruh, you're a beast.
Dying.
Yo. So yo, it ain't no game, but like I have put my mind towards it, so I'm doing this. Even on Saturday morning over here in Hawaii, I did it at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was watching football. The football was on silent, but right by the football was her, and I was doing that in the morning. So today I have to do 2 workouts. I did miss out on Monday. So I have to do 2 workouts today just to make sure that I catch up for tomorrow. But yo, like it's one of those things. I wrote the goal down and I know what I'm doing. I'm following her plan and I'm manifesting. I'm making it happen.
Got to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I know
like
you eat well, so it's all gonna come together.
you say what again?
I said I know you eat well, so I know it's all gonna come together.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been intermittent fasting and everything. Intermittent fasting has definitely been a godsend. Mm-hmm. Been fasting for 18 to 20 hours. So it really, yeah, I love it though. I love the mental aspect of it. Like you challenging your body, because your mind and your body are going to work together to tell you that you need to eat. Like, I'm starving right now. I need to eat. But I've already done a 5-day fast and I've lived through it, right? So with me already doing a 5-day fast and knowing that my body doesn't need that like nutrient right there, right at that time, and just telling myself like, no, you're going to wait until the proper time for you to eat, then it's like it's this challenge. I love overcoming like that limit that I hit, that kind of wall that I hit. And I don't get tired or anything. I got plenty of energy and it just works out great. So yeah, the nutrition part is on it. But this ain't about me. I was just saying, like, that was an example as far as the Caroline workouts. It's been really working out for me. So let's have a plan now. So a goal is no good without a plan. Right? Because if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. What are you going to do as far as like setting yourself up for success and setting yourself up to win so you can go ahead and journal at the end of your days?
Create a bedtime routine.
Do you have a bedtime routine as of right now?
Technically, no.
Technically, no. All right. So let's get it. So like, do you shower before bed?
No.
You don't shower before bed. On an average day, what do you do before bed? Of course,
only time I shower before bed is when I go play.
Okay. Yeah, like of course you brush your teeth.
Well, lock up the house.
Lock up the crib.
Make sure Panda goes to potty. Put on my do-rag.
Mm-hmm.
Go to bed.
All right. So what do you do while Panda does her thing? Of course, as you guys hasn't figured out, Panda is his dog.
Panda is my pit bull.
As his pit bull.
Well, usually I'm out there with her or watching her or something.
So can you journal during that time on your phone? Or like, can you like journal on your phone? What do you want to do? You want to write a hand journal or do you want to do it on your phone?
I think probably hand.
Yeah, by hand. So you want to like, you got plenty of space to sit down.
Yeah.
You want to like take a seat and, you know, like spend maybe 10 to 20 minutes just journaling?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah. You think you can, or you can actually do that?
Well, I can actually.
Yeah. Awesome. And how often would you like to journal?
We're going to do achievable.
Yeah, achievable.
Let's do twice a week.
That's perfect. Yeah, let's start out low and then we can always raise the days if you want. Like, so what days specifically? Because you have Consciousness Companions on Tuesdays. And then what other days do you have any type of consistency?
I can do Tuesdays because then usually I'm working from home the next day. So that makes it easier. And Thursdays, because then I'm off the next day.
Perfect. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, a couple days apart. Between Thursday and Tuesday, you got plenty of time that will go by, so you can go through some events and you can see how you you can have some introspection upon those events. And then between Tuesday and Thursday, that could be some time where you reflect on how you adjusted your life, you know, past the weekend.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Would you like a text or a reminder or anything?
Will you remember?
Touche. Challenge accepted. What time would you like a text? At 7:00 your time?
Well, cool. Yes.
Cool. 4 p.m.
Tuesday, I'll see you at 7.
Beautiful. That's what's up, bro. Super simple, super easy. And I'm gonna have this be repeated. More options to repeat every week on Thursday. And then and then I'll see you on Tuesdays. Bam. And just like that, you guys, that's how you write a SMART goal right there, son. Killed that. Super easy. And you You can do that with anything
Mhm.
and everything. And knowing Kris, you guys, he definitely will. I mean, Kris is more consistent than the sun coming up and down or the Bengals being inconsistent. Because that's exactly what they are. We don't know if they're going to have a great season or a horrible season this year. We just know it's going to be exciting with good old Joe Burrows.
Great season.
Huh?
Great season.
Oh my
Picked
gosh.
up Jamar Chase in my fantasy. We're gonna be good.
Is Joe back on point?
Joe's back.
All right, as long as Joe's back, then we got a shot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The next segment, you guys, is for us, but it's also for, I mean, it's just for us in our spirit, just, making sure that we're all good. And is the principle of the week. With the principle of the week, we choose it could be a proverb, it could be a quote, it could be something that's profound, or it could be something that's super simple. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you our principle of the week. Now, Kris, you usually go first. What's your principle of the week?
All right. So this week's principle of the week: show gratitude for the rain because the rain brings rainbows.
Yes, sir. When's the last time you seen a rainbow over in California?
When's the last time I seen rain?
Hell nah.
Soon as drought. They're over here cutting people's water off for 2 weeks.
Yo, that's wow. The West is in a real drought, bro. And then it's hectic over there. However, you can still show gratitude for that.
You gotta always show gratitude because just like the quote says, anytime you're going through these hard situations, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always something positive on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be grateful for going through those situations because it shows you what you're capable of and what you're capable of going through. It's never as bad as you think it is.
Hell nah. Tell me a situation where you were going through something and then you show gratitude through the situation and you made it through it.
I can tell you a situation that I'm going through right now with work. Just being in that mode of feeling like you don't have a purpose and being stuck, feeling like you're in a rut. It may not be overly difficult to go through, although it's been very difficult personally just because it weighs on you emotionally, spiritually. But I am at the same time grateful and happy about my situation because I do have a stable situation. I do have opportunities in front of me to pursue, and I am forever grateful for the position that I am in. The position that I'm in right now is only going to help me get to a higher position.
Amen. Real talk, man. Like there's so much to be grateful for in that scenario. Yeah. You're on this journey to finding your purpose and seeing who you want to serve. And yet at the same time, you have a situation where you can be comfortable and where you can also make moves. I mean, what you and Jen have collaboratively done is make major moves where you have assets. A lot of people can't say that, dog. A lot of people can't say that. You guys got assets. You guys have made moves that are very proper, and you've done that through your ascension with your organization, and having such an amazing wife.
Yeah, and I mean that in itself, I'm forever grateful.
Yeah, that's real.
I actually I had sent her a quote earlier. It said, "I'm not perfect. I'll never be, but I do love you with all my heart."
Oh, dog, like, and showing that gratitude for her, And what did she say?
She just loved it.
Of course she did. That's Jen for you. Hey, but like those type of things, that showing the gratitude, it puts a different type of energy towards whatever you're going through into a great perspective and into a loving energy, into a productive energy more than anything. If you are working at a low vibration, y'all, if you are at a vibration to where you are out there hating what you're going through, to where you are being negative, where you are just not in a place of looking for solutions, but you're looking for problems, you are going to have nothing but like that same type of energy that's brought back to you But if you stay inside of a loving situation, inside of a gratitude, and if you can stay with the solutions and not the problems, then you can go into any type of situation and you can make it out of it, because you can see more than what you're just going through. You can see the perspective of someone that has the abundance of the universe within them, the abundance of all that they have, not just the little small things that we're going through. And I'm not just talking like small things like we're not all going through something. You could be battling a disease, or you could be going through you could be going through an injury. You could be highly affected by the recession in some way, shape, or form. I mean, there's big things out there that are happening right here, right now. However, we have so much to be grateful for, bruh. I think I've shared this story with you before. For all y'all that don't know, my little brother Kris had cancer, right? And the dude was literally on his deathbed, literally on his deathbed. And him and I are chilling. He's over there, you know what I mean, doing his thing. I'm over here and the lazy boy right beside his bed. I just see him over here suffering. He's got a pump that's pumping morphine into his body. He's over here got fentanyl pumping into his body. He's got like 80 different drugs, it seems like, always taking this, that, and the other. He's got a tumor in his back and in his hip. Like, dude is going through it. Man, we watching TV, right? There was this commercial about this dude that was smoking too much, and now something's wrong with his heart, right? And he had to have like surgery on his heart. He could barely make it up the stairs. They show him finally making up the stairs, and his son is playing video games by himself. And the dude was just exclaiming how he wishes he could go out and like play with his son. Well, my brother said, the dude that was on his deathbed, he said, you don't know who's gonna have it worse than you. I'm like, bruh. Like, yo, you are going through chemo and cancer and everything else, and he's still showing gratitude for what he has, yo. Like, that's the most powerful thing. Like, and that's why he could appreciate. Like, that's why he could appreciate me and my mom being around, because he wasn't wallowing in sadness. That's why he can still show others like so much love and get that love back. That's why he still has so much abundance. We were able to go to Vegas, and we were able to go to Children's Hospital in Cincinnati and to get the care that he needed to get. And he never wanted anything. He just always wanted to just keep his independence as much as possible. And bruh, like, yo, he got all those things, but he came from a place of gratitude. He came from that place where he was grateful for everything that he had. And he knew that somebody out there was struggling just as much, if not more, but it wasn't through physically, because the physical struggles were there, but mentally somebody else was going through it, and he wasn't, because he came from that place of gratitude.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I know he ended up passing away, but he was always positive, always a light, and when you're like that, it's contagious. People feed off of that, and obviously you learned a lot from that. You got a lot out of that situation, and look at you now.
Yeah, bruh. Like, and you know what was the biggest example of that for me is when we were going through the lockdowns, bruh. When we were going through the lockdowns and everything was getting shut down and we all had to stay in the crib, I was just like, yo, one time Tony Robbins said that people got rich during the recession. He said people got rich during the recession. I'm like, yo, that some people looked at it as a place where they were losing everything, and some people looked at it as a place of opportunity. Yo, I invested into myself. I started my business. I started working with more clients. I started to attract more clients. I started to learn more things. I started to really dive deep into my soul, into who I am as well. And I just started to grow. And now my business has flourished, man. I'm like getting like clients all the time, and I just love helping people get rid of their anxiety, man. Like, it's something to where I use that opportunity. I could have felt sorry for myself. I could have been like, man, this freaking sucks, which it did. It sucked being in the crib, but also I was grateful that I had an opportunity. I was grateful that knowledge was out there, and all I had to do was go and seek for it. I was grateful for my computer. I was grateful for my phone. I was grateful for my mom not getting sick or anything like that. I was just grateful that I had this attitude of love, this attitude of gratitude, if you will. And I just look for these opportunities. I look for these chances. I look for this consciousness. It was nothing but consciousness, that it was out there, and all I had to do was find it. And I ended up finding it. And now it's like I'm in a way better position than I was before COVID. And like I know a lot of people who have the same thing, including my girlfriend Bree. Like, I mean, she lost her shop too, and she had to shut down. And all she did was look for consciousness and look for opportunities. And then there was this storefront that was open on this main place where a lot of tourists go. And now she's got herself a new store, and she's rebranded herself. Like, yo, it's out there, you guys. You just guys have to stay in that attitude, that gratitude. You have to look for that consciousness. You have to be in that place where you're looking for the rainbows. I live in Hawaii, so if it rains, best believe that you can like run into a rainbow. We just did yesterday morning, bruh. Just yesterday morning, it rained just a little bit, but that little bit of mist or a hard storm can bring those rainbows out big time, yo. Real talk. You got me hyped.
I see. I'm ready to put on my helmet.
And we didn't even get to my principle yet. My principle of the week, it comes from Jesus. Hey, Jesus only gave us 2 commandments, bruh. And somehow a lot of us, we screw them up so bad. The first commandment, I believe, the first commandment was to love others like you love thyself. And that's my principle of the week, is to love others like you love yourself. And when I see, there's two sides of the coin here. I see how people treat each other and the lack of love that they show others. And I'm like, man, how much do you love yourself if you are treating someone else the way that you're treating them? Like, how much do you lack? Like, how much love are you really showing yourself? Like, what's up with your self-esteem? What's up with yourself? Like, what's up with your confidence? What's up with that really, like, your soul? Like, what's going on within you that you are suffering enough to say something that's hateful against someone, to show anyone some type of negative energy in which they're showing it, like anybody, just to write something negative on Instagram or YouTube, or to like flick somebody off when they're on the road. Like, I'm sure you get it all the time, bro. You living in LA.
I don't really attract that energy.
That's good.
I don't really attract that energy. I don't have a lot of those issues.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I don't either, but like, I just know that some people do. Some people, and I've actually been in the car with folks that have road rage. You know what I mean? But like, it's just, if you're showing someone else a lack of love, or if you're gossiping, or if you're talking about the negativity in your life and you're not showing that love towards yourself, you're not going to be able to love others. And the other side of the coin is when you're at a place of joy, when you're at a place of happiness, when you're at a place of you loving yourself, man, it's so much easier to love others. You want to spread that. I've never had somebody hate on me that was just a happy person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, any happy person has always wanted to just help a brother out. HBO, man.
But you got to learn how to love yourself.
Ooh.
You got to learn how to love yourself, because you don't just love yourself. You got to learn how to love yourself. Get to know yourself, get to know your mind, your body, you got to meditate, spend time with yourself, spend time with your thoughts. That's another reason why I want to start journaling a little bit more, because I think that's a part of that process of getting to know myself a little bit more, a little bit better, being able to love myself a little bit better, taking care of myself a little bit better. You gotta truly know who you are to be able to truly love yourself. And once you can truly love yourself, you can truly love others.
Yeah. That's real. That's 100% real. Because like, I went through a struggle with having imposter syndrome, and I didn't love myself very much at all. I was comparing myself to someone else, and I wasn't in that right headspace. I mean, it was a limiting belief that I had to have this or that in order to be successful. And I wasn't loving like the journey that I was on. And then I started to realize all the things that I didn't accept about myself, like my feet, they go like duck feet. You know what I mean? I was like, man, my feet are ugly. No, those are my feet, dog. I love my feet. My feet get me around every day. You know what I mean? Like my pointy head. I got a point on my head right now. You feel? You see it? Like, I love my pointy head. I got big old pecs. You feel me? That look like boobs when I don't work out. I love my boobs. I gotta love my boobs. Like, it's really about that. Like, really taking that an inventory of yourself and saying, man, I gotta accept this about myself, and I gotta love myself, and how do I want to show myself love? Man, it might just be a walk. Man, it's got to be journaling. Man, it's got to be meditation. Man,
So,
maybe it's like
I
listening
went
to
to
music.
go get my nose hairs waxed the other day. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I was like, am I breathing in HD? Like, I'm like, I didn't know I could breathe this well.
Dude said HD.
Yeah, Jim was like, I want to get my eyebrows waxed. I was like, well, you've been talking about my nose hair, so let's go get those taken care of. And it was a great experience, and it's just, just a little self-care. But I mean, it's just one little thing that I didn't realize made a big difference, but it makes a big difference. I was like, I can really breathe.
Yes, it's taking care of yourself physically, it's taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, how are you taking care of yourself? How are you loving yourself? Like, he said HD. I'm still on that, yo. Hell nah.
I'm like, man, I need to go for a run now and work out these new nostrils.
It was like you were at a higher elevation. It's like you had a mask on the whole time. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't realize that my nose hairs was like prohibiting my breathing that much. Because like I traveled a few times over the past couple months, so like when I travel, I get like sinus infections.
Yeah.
And so like I'm thinking like, oh, I'm always stuffy, something like that. But like no, as soon as she was ripped all that stuff out, I was like, ooh,
hell nah.
Like full breath now.
Bruh, that's a metaphor, y'all. This guy just dropped a metaphoric bomb right here. All right. So he's talking about just like the physical part of the nose hairs, but also if you go to the episode last week, we worked on this fear of the unknown that he probably like he knew about, but he probably wasn't like cognizant of, you know what I mean, necessarily. This fear of the unknown. And we got rid of that last week on the air. And now my man said that he's excited. Like that, my man said he's got more energy. My man said that like he's like ready. He's ready to do what he is meant to do. So yo, that was a nose hair. That fear of the unknown was the nose hair. You feel me? You get rid of that bad boy, and yo, now he's breathing in this like breath, this fresh air of life into him, into his heart, into his soul. You feel me? Without that fear, y'all. Like, yo, what is your nose hair? Yo, what is your nose hair, son? You feel me?
And how can we wax it?
I know. How can we wax that nose hair, son? Hey, real talk. So man, you gotta like experiment out there. Like we've named so many different things. Whether it be meditation, whether it be like any type of self-care, pedicure, manicure, wax, all that stuff, journaling, prayer. Hey, prayer. We talked about it last week. Getting your feelings out in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be talking to your dog or talking to whatever, you know what I mean? Like, or it doesn't have to be talking to someone, but just getting it out, like letting those emotions out in some way. Heck, there's also exercise. There's also martial arts. Yo, get those nose hairs, yo. Eradicate those nose hairs, yo. Real talk. Yo, Kris, that is good stuff right there, man. That is good. So once again, y'all, show gratitude for the rain because the rain brings rainbows, okay? And rainbows are, man, so gorgeous. And then love others like you love yourself. And make sure that you love yourself so you can love others, and that love can always circulate. It's the law. It's a law. It's literally a law of circulation, and it's that exact thing. Love others like you love yourself, and once you show love, then you'll get that love back. What else you got, Kris? You got anything else?
I guess we can chop it up a little bit about relationships and.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. What's up? What you got?
Since we started on that a little bit. Mm-hmm. One thing that I wanted to bring up, since we are discussing self-care and things of that sort and getting to know yourself, is that even in your relationships, I think you need to allow your partner that opportunity to have that time to discover themselves as well. And for you to have your time to discover yourself as well. I think me and Jen, while we do mostly a lot of things together, we do have our times where we, dedicate to ourselves. She likes to go and get her facials. She'll go get her hair done. She'll go to brunch with her friends. She has her own book club. Just those little opportunities to, be able to decompress on her own and be in her environment and, be able to spend that time with herself. Because I think that is very important for a relationship to be successful, is that you have to have that opportunity to yourself in order for you to be able to give yourself fully to the other person.
Yeah.
When I'm not able to have those moments, I do find myself being on edge, snapping a little bit, just being really short. And it's more of a reflection on me and what I'm going through. And it's because I haven't had that outlet. I haven't had that opportunity to decompress or to have that time alone. And me being a Scorpio, I need a long time. I'm used to being alone. So I think in relationships, it's give and take. It's give and take. It's a partnership. You have to work together, to work for the common good. Teamwork makes the dream work. And at the end of the day, you gotta be there for each other.
100%. I'm right there on point with you. I think the one thing that really brought Bria and I together was there's one main standard that we have, and that's, I guess you could say, it's a principle within our relationship, which is friends first. And it really helped out in the beginning of our relationship, because I came from a relationship where my ex-wife wasn't the type to give me any type of freedom, or didn't want to give me any type of freedom. It was my choice whether I took it or not. It was just whether she wanted to give it to me. And her ex-boyfriend didn't want to give her any freedom at all. And then within our relationship, we would, I would stay over her house one day, or I would come over her house a little early to walk the dog and everything. And she would say, hey, I'm going to be out with friends. Like after work, hey, I'm going to go out with friends. I'm like, hey, you do you. And 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours go by, and I don't text her. I know she's good. Right. And, I know she's fine. And she comes home and she's happy. And she's like refreshed.
Makes a world of a difference, huh?
100%, dog. Like just knowing like she doesn't have to worry about me, be like, where you been, who you been talking, this, that, and the other. Like, no, you do you to get rid of the world, like the day's like worries and the day's stress. Go hang out with friends, go out there and meet people, go out and do things like new and different. Like I want you to, and then come back with those stories. And I'm here to listen. And whatever that is that she likes to do, whether it be weaving, or whether she loves to go down to the beach and pick shells and sea glass, like go do that. And if you want me to join you, that's great. But if not, like that place of peace is only going to be an amazing reflection upon her and how she's feeling. And then she can bring that into the relationship. Like, so you go out and do you, learn what you want to learn, have what you want to have, do it, go out. And then when you come back, I would love to hear about it. I would love to know more about what you've done. And just having that friends first type of mentality, having that friends first type of like principle within our relationship, man, it's been so outstanding, because I can do me and she can do her. And then on the flip side, for me, one time I went out with the boys and I watched UFC, and we just ate pizza and drank all night. And it was just fun. Dog. We watched fights, we played poker. I won some money. You know what I mean? Like we lift weights. We talk about jujitsu, and like I ended up getting drunk at the end of the night, and she came and picked me up. And it was a thing about where she was like, "Yo, I want to come pick. If don't you drive drunk, I want to come pick you up." And I, of course, when I get in the car, or even before I got in the car, I was acting silly. I think I did like maybe 3 laps around the car. She went and got dominant.
Normal Charles things.
Yeah, exactly. I did very normal. You know, if anybody knows.
I still got scars.
Oh God. Hey, that's for another podcast.
Yes.
Hey, you know, I did normal Charles things, acting crazy. She bought Domino's and she had chicken that she bought for herself. I totally ate her chicken. I didn't know, right? I just ate. I was like, oh, it's chicken. You know what I mean? Like I just ate all her chicken, and you know, but she was cool with that. She was cool with it. You know what I mean? Because she allowed me to have my outlet and to be there for me in that instance. So it's like, yo, having you have a partner that accepts you and everything that you do and everything that you are and everything that you want to learn and be is man, it's such an amazing asset to the relationship.
It really is. And that's how I actually picked up golf, is because like during the pandemic, we have nothing. We have no outlets. And so I was going crazy. Like couldn't work out, couldn't do nothing. So my friends were like, hey, let's go play golf. I'm like, all right, like I ain't never played golf. And ended up, you know, I wouldn't say I fell in love with being bad. Like wanting to get better.
Yeah, the journey, the process.
The journey of trying to get better.
Yeah.
So I'm still on that journey. I still haven't made it yet, but it's fun though. It's fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. But like the fact that you can go out there and suck and come back home and she doesn't like put no pressure on you.
Man, she's like my biggest supporter. She you know how I shot. She's basically bought me all my
yeah. Man, ain't nothing better, bro. So, there's nothing better. Like
having that support, her wanting me to do me, and me being able to support her and doing what she likes, and her book clubs, and I remember the first book club they had here, I helped make drinks and food for them and stuff like that. So like just being supportive of each other and our energies and bringing that back into the relationship to make the relationship better. I think is very, very important.
Oh, so important. Thank you. Yes. Like, thank you for that reminder too, because one more thing, Bree's love language is quality time. And I think I'm just gonna like get a nice little bottle of wine or something, and we're gonna go out under the stars and we're gonna drink some wine together. You know what I mean? While the weather's nice, you know, like spend that quality time with one another.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, like that's gonna be nice. Don't know where we're gonna sit yet, but I know we're gonna sit somewhere. We're gonna be chill.
It's Hawaii.
Yeah. Touche. Yeah. Well, yo, let's wrap this up in a bow, you guys. So thank you all so much for watching Kris and I and like chop it up, but also to help each other with our mindset and help you all just see different type of perspectives right here on the Consciousness Companions. This will be on YouTube, you know what I mean? So you can go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you like something that we said today, and subscribe. And this is like
share.
Yes, like, share, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Tell them like two brothers out here having a good conversation. Most of all, you guys, please just continue to take care of yourself, take care of one another. Kris?
Oh yeah, just remember to live life as beautifully as possible. Hit us up on Instagram, Devon Holmes.
Charles Wolfwork _ Hey, you guys take care of yourself, all right? We'll talk to you soon. Peace.